It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting shit down in the mall, and telling that girl she the one for me, and I ain't even planning the call. I want this shit forever, mine.
Hey T Squad, it's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Ready to Love, Season 7, Episode 12 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously or literally. So if that works for you, let's get into this review. So this week's episode starts with the guys in the lounge with Tommy. It is their week to get rid of one of the ladies. Tommy tells the guys that he wants them to introduce their connections to their family. So it's the guys' turn. Tony introduces Morgan to his sister Regina, who they look just alike. Like she is literally the woman version of Tony. So he tells her before Morgan arrives that she may possibly be the one, and the sister immediately started laughing. She was like, all of them are the one. He was like, no, for real, I really think she might be the one. So that once again shows us that Tony is full of crap. I said it when I did my cast assumption video just based off their pictures, that he was going to be a player from the Himalayas child, and he was going to be an ain't man. Okay, I knew it. So Morgan arrives and says that she can't get Tony to communicate because he's a macho man. So she wants to talk to someone about it. And Regina was like, what? She was like, yeah, talk to somebody about it. She was like, you want to go to therapy? And she was like, yeah. And so Regina was like, I don't like that. I've never heard of people that are dating seeking counseling. And Morgan was like, I really see potential in us. So I want to, see if this be something we can work through. And the sister's like, oh, okay. And, Morgan leaves, and Regina says that she likes Morgan, but doesn't know if she likes her for her brother. And I agree with the sister. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. If y'all going through all of this in just the dating stage, y'all don't need to be together. You and him are steady trying to make something work that obviously is toxic and unhealthy. Okay? He doesn't make you feel good. Y'all don't know how to communicate with one another. You say he devalues your feelings. He has anger issues, obviously. So, like, why are y'all trying to make a puzzle piece fit that obviously don't? Just so y'all can say y'all made it through the whole process? Girl, grow up. Marc introduces his cousin to Cynthia. And before Cynthia gets there, he tells his cousin that his only reservation when it comes to her is her baby daddy. He doesn't feel like, he truly wants to let her go, and how when they met, it was very contentious. And, don't nobody got time to be dealing with that. Like, I live a peaceful life. Why would I bring that type of negativity into my world when I don't have to? So Cynthia arrives, and the cousin is kind of grilling her and everything, but she takes it like a pro, answers all the questions honestly. And when it comes to her baby daddy, her ex-husband James, she says she knows how to handle that, period. It ain't gonna be no issue. And the cousin liked her response. So when she left, his cousin says that he likes her, but is still kind of iffy about the James situation. Andre, in his horrible haircut, introduces his sister and niece to Cynthia and Jeffri. So he makes it clear in his confession that he's scared of his sister. His sister ain't to be played with. She's very blunt, and that's what it is. So right off the bat, before they even get there, and he tells them that the ladies have children, she automatically don't like it. And I'm looking like, what? She don't like the fact that these ladies have kids because he doesn't. And I was like, so what that mean? Like, you got a kid, so a man not supposed to like you because you got a child? Like, make it make sense. I didn't understand why that was a no for her. And she was firm on that, honey, just firm. Cynthia arrives first, and right off the bat, the sister asks, are you willing to have any more children? And Cynthia was like, 2 more and a dog. Jeffri arrives and is shocked to see Cynthia there. I guess at this point and stage in the show, she thought that she was Andre's one and only connection. And I think that she was put off by the fact that Cynthia was even still in the running, child. So the sister says to Jeffri, you're 31 with 3 kids. That's more of a liability than an asset. Baby, When that lady said that, y'all, the dinner, lunch, whatever it was, would have been over right then and there. Because first of all, who you talking to? I understand it's your brother and you're protective and you're here to ask questions, but no way on God's green earth are you about to look me in my face and tell me that my children are a liability and not an asset. Girl, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Girl, F you and your funny looking brother, okay? Girl, bye. I couldn't believe Jeffri just sat there and let her say that. Girl, please. I ain't trying to win nobody's approval that bad. And especially not no sister. Girl, get out of here. So then the sister says the fathers aren't in their lives. So as a man with no kids, he's going to have to play that role. What can you bring to the table for a man that has no kids? What? What you mean? What can I bring to the table? You act like the lady ain't got no job, just sitting up on welfare, wanting him to take care of her and the kids. Like, I'm not understanding that question at all. Because, okay, if she was a multimillionaire, would you still be asking her that question? I'm so confused. That was just, it was rude. It was way beyond rude. But Jeffri responds and says, I'm every single thing that a man can want. Girl, what? That ain't even no answer, first of all. Because what about you does a man want? So they then asked the question to Cynthia, and Cynthia was like, well, for me, I have 2 master degrees, 2 bachelor degrees. I have 2 businesses. My kids are good. And of course, he wouldn't be a stepdad. He'd be a bonus dad. And I liked her her answer, but I would have literally basically said to them, me and my kids are good, honey. I'm not looking for a handout of nobody to take care of us. Okay. And my kids are most definitely an asset because they may bring him some type of joy and happiness that he never experienced before. Love, who you talking to? So Jeffri in her confessional was like, I definitely felt judged. Ask your brother why this woman with 3 kids is sitting here. There were other women that didn't have kids that he could have chose, but he chose me. So ask your brother. And I wish that she would have said that to her face because that's the God's honest truth. Look at your brother and ask him why he chose a woman with children. Okay. So they leave. And the sister said that she don't like neither one of them for him. Literally based off the fact they have children. Girl, both of y'all could kiss my butt, child. Girl, bye. Tony and Morgan then meet up for a dinner date. And they're going to talk about the fact that she wants them to go to counseling. He finds that to be a lot. And he's very concerned, as anybody should be, because that's just ridiculous. Y'all just need to leave each other alone. So Morgan in her confessional says, recently, Tony put me in a very compromising situation with another woman. I won't allow any man to make me look like a fool. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what's she talking about? And I'm like, and he already made you look like a fool, first of all, when he said that if Marcia was still here, that Lyndon could have you. So, girl, you've been looking like a fool by the fact that you even still dealing with this man and his horrible lying. So he brings up the counseling situation, and she says she feels like they can make it work, but questions, can she trust that the things that he say is accurate because he does things that are unbecoming of a man? And Tony was like, excuse me? And Morgan was like, yeah, let's back it up to day 1 when you had your entanglement with Natasha. Yeah. And I'm like, girl, are you really sitting up here bringing up something that happened on day 1 of this whole experiment and about something that he did with some girl? What? Like, she's ignorant. She's ignorant. She a little girl. She childish. They're both toxic. They both like drama. They feed off of it. So maybe they do need to be with each other, because how are you mad about something that he did on day 1 with somebody else? That he wasn't your man? He didn't owe you anything? What are you talking about? So he had already told her about sleeping with the girl the first night. So Morgan in her confessional says, what are your standards? Are you concerned about who you put your PP in or whatever? And I'm like, are you concerned about your standards? Because if it was such a big deal to you, you wouldn't even be sitting here. So Morgan was like, it took a lot to tell me how stupid you were and that you reached for the lowest hanging fruit that went home the first night. But you told me she didn't mean nothing to you, but you still did it. So how can you assure me that things you say are accurate? Because you say and do a lot of things that you say you don't mean. First of all, why are you coming at this woman that ain't did nothing to you? You mad because he slept with her? You mad because she slept with him on the first night? So what? She's a grown woman that made a grown woman decision. That don't make her low-hanging fruit. That makes you a hater, that you even feeling some type of way. That lady didn't owe you nothing. He didn't owe you nothing. And that's their business. He didn't even honestly have to tell you. I felt like she was doing team too much and just being real disrespectful. And hopefully at the reunion, Natasha check her for that, because why are you so bothered and pressed about the next woman? So Tony was like, well, number one, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to degrade Natasha. She's a beautiful woman. And Morgan said she's not. So you jealous. Oh, okay. She was like, I don't need you to sit here and defend Natasha. And I was happy that he said that, because like, why are you coming at this lady? Like, why? So Tony was like, are you going to let me talk? And she was like, not about her. So Tony was like, I felt like it was better you hear it from me and not anyone else. I want to move forward from all of this. So of course he says the right words and she's sitting there smiling and grinning, looking dumb. And I'm just over Morgan. I really am over Morgan. I'm been over Tony. Like, y'all not relationship ain't gonna last. The police gonna get called eventually. Like, y'all are a walking disaster. Marc Anthony invites Jeffri out to talk because he feels like she's been acting distant towards him and he doesn't want to introduce her to his family with things being strained. So she arrives and she says that she didn't feel honest splitting the time between the men and feels like the timing between her and Marc Anthony is wrong. And his feelings was hurt. He says that he wishes things were different. And, you know, they have a really sad goodbye with one another. But it's obvious that she's made her choice at this point, that she wants Andre. I guess, child. I guess. Marc Anthony invites Mercedes over to talk to his cousin. And the cousin grills her and everything. But, you know, she hangs in there. And she, however, though, is shocked to learn that he wants to move back to New York. So she doesn't know if that's going to work for her. But after the meeting, the cousin says that he really likes Mercedes for him because she challenges him. So we're going to see how that goes. But it's something about Marc Anthony that's, it's something odd about him. Like, I don't really know much about him. He seems like he got some hidden secrets. It's something up with him. I don't know. And then at the end of the episode, Andre, who finally got a haircut, a decent one, and let go of that crap he had going on, he goes out with Cynthia with the intentions to eliminate her, but he cannot do it. Like, he really likes her and he's still confused about should he be with Cynthia or Jeffri. And she's even still confused about should she be with him or Anthony. Is that man named Anthony or Mark? I can't even remember, but that other chocolate man, child. So they both still confused. I think next week's episode is going to be the season finale episode. Hopefully this stuff will be over with because I'm sick of everybody. Child, I ain't really rooting for nobody. I really want Cynthia and the Mark man, either his name Mark or Anthony, I don't remember. I think they are the most compatible out of everybody. Everybody else needs to go home and go to bed. Overall, though, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Ready to Love a C-. It was cool. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.